I'm joined now by David Nelson. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Limelight, which is a programmatic platform for ad networks. You're here in Cologne for DMEXCO. You're only 5 years old and you rebranded recently. What was the strategy and thinking behind that?
I'm quite a lot older than 5 years, but the company certainly, we're 5 years in.
Well, thanks for correcting that.
That's fine, no, that's wrong. We spent the first few years like any startup, following leads and talking to clients and building partnerships, and we didn't really address marketing until we got to a certain level where we felt that elevating our pitch to the world and our brand to the world was important. And at that time, we felt, my business partner and I, James, that making it feel right, having the right messages internally and externally was an important thing. So we spent quite a lot of time, over 6 months, thinking about who we are, why we make a difference, and how we're going to talk to the world. And it's been brilliant, actually. Hired our global lead of marketing this year, and she's made an amazing effort of putting Limelight out there. And so
is she here with you at DMEXCO?
She certainly is. So we've got 9 of us here this year, which is an amazing thing. I think about just 2 years ago, it was me and James treading the halls. Now there's 9 of us doing it, so very good.
So it's early days. I mean, the event's only started a few hours ago, but what are you hoping to get out of DMEXCO this year with that rebrand in mind and the other messages you'll be talking to your customers and other partners about?
Yeah, so I mean, on the back of elevating your brand, you open up new conversations. So we're now having great conversations this week already, even last night, with new partners that had never heard of us before. So even as a 5-year-old company, we still feel like a bit like a startup where we're making new relationships. But we've also got a lot of our clients here as well, and it's kind of important to us to see them as often as we can. As a company, we don't have offices, right? So we all work from home across the world, and so it's hard for our partners to come and visit us, so we have to come and visit them here. So it's twofold, always twofold, of course. Go and see your partners, make sure they're doing well and they're aligned with us and we're aligned with them, and then obviously make new connections. And this is the best place in Europe, I think, still to make new connections.
Well, I'm impressed you were having conversations last night when most of us were just trying to get ready for today, and thanks for the invite, by the way. Let's have a look at the programmatic ag tech sector. I mean, what to your mind is one of the biggest challenges it's facing right now?
Within our business, so I think, is what I really think. I think we're very lucky, okay? So before I came to AdTech, I worked in insurance. And I spent 10 years working for a software company, building solutions for underwriters. And it felt like a millennia, because nothing changed, okay? There were no real challenges, it was all the same. And you sit and you gather a layer of dust on yourself.
That's the insurance industry though, isn't it?
Indeed, exactly. So when I came to AdTech, the refreshing thing was that it always changes. There are always challenges, but challenges open up huge opportunities. So we shouldn't be frightened of that. Of course there's going to be some big change. There's a court case going on that might impact all of us in the future. But the reality is, we need to embrace that, and it keeps us young and it keeps us going, and it makes me feel like I've not been in the industry for the 20 years that I have. What are the problems for us right now? I think that we've lost a bit of trust in terms of digital advertising in general. We need to do that. We need to change our mindset from our technology can deliver lots of ads everywhere to, are we doing the right thing? And I think that from our business perspective, doing the right thing for your partners and their clients is a key concept that we lost sight of a little bit. And I think getting that back is really important. The other issue that we see all of our clients suffer with is honestly a lack of standardization. So we went through a huge amount of work trying to standardize and make things all work the same, and we're creeping away from that very, very steadily at the moment. So bringing back standardization would be a great benefit.
I don't think you're necessarily alone there. There's quite a lot of people who'd sort of back you on the standardization issue. You've said previously, kind of along a similar vein, that you want to redefine the principle and culture of ad tech. What does that mean exactly, and how are you doing it?
For us, I love this question. What it means for us is, first of all, it's an internal principle, okay? I have a personal hate of offices. I hate them. I think they're dreadful places that you force people to travel to, and then they sit there miserably, hanging around the coffee machine, trying to find reasons not to be there, and doing work in a time span that you've dictated that doesn't suit with them.
You might want to tell Jeff Bezos at Amazon that.
Jeff needs to wise up. So the reality for me is, if you don't put people in those boxes and you treat them as adults and you say, look, here's our goals transparently as a business, come and join that journey, work from home, work the hours that suit you, work in the places that suit you, that I think is reinventing the way that ad tech has been in the past. So that's our kind of personal and internal journey. The external journey, I think, is more about it not being just about technology. A lot of technology in our ad space is now commoditized, right? We've all got a DSP, we've all got an SSP, it doesn't really make any difference. What does make a difference is the way that you treat people still. And I think that understanding that clients are not really clients, they're partners, and that you need to work with them and understand their needs, take a step beyond the veil of responsibility. If it's a problem for your partner, then make it your problem. Reach out a little bit more, help them, you know? So that's how we are envisaging how we can make a difference.
And just finally, is something like this useful, DMEXCO? I mean, it's had a tough few years around the pandemic, now we're coming out of it. It feels like it might be getting back to normal.
It's quite early for me, I haven't been around everything yet, but this feels bigger now. So I think it's grown again, which is fantastic. I think it's incredibly useful, yeah. Again, it comes back to my earlier point, we don't have offices, so we, as well as bringing our partners here and as well as kind of finding new partners, I'm also getting to spend time with my team who, you know, are in Stockholm and in Thailand and in Mexico. So we can bring them here and spend time with them as well, which is fantastic. So for us, it's incredibly useful, yes. Yeah, and obviously, you know, the little beers and the big sausages are also nice as well.
David, thank you very much.